Karl Albrecht Oberg was born in Hamburg, in the German Empire, on January 27, 1897. He was the son of a physician and professor of medicine. At the beginning of World War I, in August 1914, he enlisted in the army and was assigned to the artillery, serving as battery officer. In November 1915, Oberg was commissioned as a lieutenant fighting on the Western Front and was awarded the Iron Cross in both classes. At the end of the war, he worked in manufacturing as a branch manager until he was laid off in 1930. He joined the Nazi Party on April 1, 1931, and the SS on April 7, 1932. After meeting Reinhard Heydrich in May 1933, he asked Heydrich for a job, and joined the Sicherheitsdienst, or SD. Oberg was later promoted to an SS Oberführer, and made the police administrator for Hanover. He served in the Troll from September 1938 until January 1939. He then served as police president of Zwickau until late 1941. He also served as an SS and police leader, or SSPF, from August 1941 to May 1942. He was promoted to SS Brigadeführer on April 20, 1942. From May 5, 1942 to November 28, 1944, Oberg served as a higher SS and police leader of all German police forces in German-occupied France, including the SD and the Gestapo. He was also the supreme authority in France for managing anti-Jewish policy and the battle against the French resistance. In 1942, shortly after his arrival, he issued the Jewish Badge Decree for identification, and supported the roundup of 13,152 Jews in the Paris Velodrome, and ordered mass executions of hostages in retribution for acts committed by the French resistance. On Reinhard Heydrich's orders, Karl Oberg deported over 40,000 Jews from France with the assistance of the Vichy France police force. On January 18, 1943, Himmler ordered a cleansing of the French city of Marseille with 100,000 arrests and the explosive demolition of the city's crime district. Working with the French police, Oberg supervised a response of 6,000 arrests, 20,000 people displaced, and partial destruction of the harbor area. In 1944, he blocked an attempt to establish an Einsatzkommando of the Waffen-SS in France. On March 10, 1945, he was appointed a General der Waffen-SS. Oberg was captured in June 1945 in the mountains near Kitzbühel by the U.S. Army. He'd been disguised as a private in the Austrian Army. He was sentenced to death by a British court, before receiving another death sentence from a French court in October 1954. On April 10, 1958, the sentence was commuted to life by French President Vincent Auriol. Then his successor, René Coty, reduced it to 20 years of hard labor in 1959. On November 20, 1962, Oberg was pardoned by President Charles de Gaulle and released on November 28, 1962. He was repatriated to Flensburg, in the northwest Germany. He died in Flensburg, in West Germany, on June 3, 1965, at the age of 68.